Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Well, hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Today we're looking at verses 6 and 7, Psalm 58. This has been a golden psalm of David. Another one of those Miktam Psalms, and he gives us the problem in verses 1 and 2. The problem is he's a little upset with the folks who are speaking unrighteously and judging wrongly. They're not upright in their judgment. Their heart is wicked, and that is demonstrated by their words. Verses 3 through 5 give us the description of these people, how they're speaking, what they're saying, and what it's like. It gives us a similitude of the serpent, which dominates 3 through 5. And then today we're going to come to 6 and 7. He's going to switch his illustration from the serpent to the lion. So let's look at his prayer. This is where our prayer begins. And he says, "Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces." That's verses 6 and 7. That's all we're going to do today. Notice that we're breaking their teeth in their mouth. Now, what teeth are we talking about here? I think that he's describing the serpent still here, because, of course, the serpent has the gland with the poison. He opens his mouth, the poison fills the tooth, and as he bites, it inserts itself into the flesh of his victim. Well, when he says, "Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth," I think he's talking about the serpent's tooth, which is the tooth of the wicked. They're inserting their poison into their victims. But then he goes on from there, strengthens his argument by saying, "Break out the great teeth of the young lion." Well, what does the great teeth of the young lion do? Well, that tears the flesh of the lion's victim. This is a part of his prayer. O God, he says, "Break their teeth, O God." That's his request. "Break out the great teeth, O Lord." So he's praying against now these wicked folk who are speaking lies. They're inserting their poison into the world and into their victims. And his prayer is, break out their teeth. If you break out their teeth, they can't do that anymore. Break out the teeth of the young lion. So he's asking the Lord to take away the strength that they have in their hearts to speak these cruel things. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. This is always a problem with people who talk a lot. And of course, we know that Solomon tells us that in the multiplication of words, that's where we find sin. And so when people talk a lot, it's almost like melting water. It just runs, it babbles. The brook babbles. Well, he's saying, let it melt away. Let the waters just go. The waters run continually, let them go, melt or evaporate. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, now we've gone from the serpent's tooth, which inserts the poison, to the arrow. So his words are going to be like arrows now. Let them be as cut in pieces. Well, what happens to the arrow if it gets cut in pieces? Well, you can't use it anymore, right? So the tooth of the serpent, the great teeth of the young lions, and the arrows. Break them, cut them down in pieces, make them melt. All these words, make them melt away or evaporate. So the breaking work of God is happening here because the psalmist is praying that the Lord would take away the strength that these folks have in their unrighteous speech and their unrighteous judgments that they're making. Break the wickedness and the power of it in their life. And that's not a bad prayer to pray. Somebody who's, lost in his or her own wickedness, you can pray to the Lord that he would break the power of wickedness in their life. Break out the tooth that inserts the poison, the great teeth that tear the flesh. Ask the Lord to melt away the waters that run continually. Yeah, So that's not a bad prayer to pray. It's something that we need to have in our closet, in our weapon holder there, or in our prayer closet. Because there are some people that we need to pray that the Lord would just break the strength of the wickedness that's in their hearts. All right, so I hope that you'll join me again tomorrow. We'll take up part 2 of his prayer in verses 8 and 9. So I hope to see you then here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.